Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are still in Garlemald after, Vitra here basically making a deal with the Garleans so that he can use the Tower of Babel, and in return make it a trade agreement that might enrich them in the future. The activation of the Tower of Babel here, for once, is basically the first goods they deliver for Razatan. And in return, they get goods in return they need to rebuild. Anyway, we wanted to go to the moon next, I think.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azhdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radz-at-Han, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Azhdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping. Will you do this for me?
I guess I must.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Y'shtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
Confident.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
You too. You take care as well, Desiree. The trade agreement discussions do not require our input, so Aliza and I are free to attend to the Tower of Babel without distractions. Leave the tower to us. To the moon. The moon. When Xenos brought me here, I remember feeling surprised that such a desolate place could exist in the source.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Entourage? Ah.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Gralhatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied.
Clever.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
All right. Zodiac has been added to the unending codex. Ishtola have done well indeed to devise a seal in so short a time. It is a testament to her ingenuity in times of need. The seal we mean to erect, I assume it won't hinder a half-void like me from going in the other direction? How did you fare with the preparations below? So this is one of the brands that once imprisoned Zodiac. But to describe it to my comrades back home, I doubt my words could do it justice. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiac's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe Loporid's supporters should be suitable for this purpose. Yuanji, Desiree, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Living Way in Bestray's Burrow and provide any assistance we require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. And I will send word when we have finished. Pray, do the same. What are these things? Living Way. I trust all has been well. There you are. The Stola has a prize near of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eyes, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this void containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units we can, and will bring them to the northeastern corner in short order. Please wait here. Ever grateful am I for the Loporid's irrepressible compulsion to help. Despite their bestial appearance, these creatures are highly intelligent. Much like you and yours, they take pleasure in helping others.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Even now, as we pursue new dreams, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Void Scent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Void Scent, I am one.
Deserters.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into void-sense slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrades' enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement, we just might be able to do it in 2.
This I leave to you.
Me? Yonjay making a prayer for me? Velopolo's eyes twinkle with anticipation as I await your buoyant extolation. To wit, they yearn for you to rally their spirits. Rally the engineers, engage. Come on. Well, engage, engage. Sorry, I was in the midst of, forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing, but I try to keep moving. The repairs, so they proceed apace, I assure you, but they might even go more swiftly if they were to spur us on. Rally us, as it were. Wink, wink. What a marvelous feeling. There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. Oh, what could be more splendiferous than repair our supporters under the loving gaze of people from Afaris? Nothing, I tell you, nothing. Save for one such individual to rally us while we go about it. But a humble operator can only dream. With you cheering me on, I can do naught less than my very best. Never fear, we shall ensure the supporters are ready for any voids brave enough to slip through, and if they seem to struggle, we'll rally them. Or at least we would, if someone were kind enough to demonstrate. Oh, thank you very much. You don't know how uplifting it is to have you encourage us. I mean, show us the proper technique so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder if these creatures also once existed on the Void's moon. But even if I did, they must all be void-sent by now. My, everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we have the supporters up and running in no time at all. Pray attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved void-sent slaughterbots to us.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
The brands are ready, I presume. Excellent. With the Lopoids having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin your Stoller post haste and prize open our gate into the void. Some manner of cactuar attempted to make mischief, but no one came to harm. How did you fare? With Estinian keeping us safe, we were able to finish repairing the brands without incident. This is it. I have duly informed the Stoller of our task's completion. While you all tend to matters in the 13th, I shall remain here and ensure the integrity of Gate and Seal both. My thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alfino and Alice in the Tower of Babel to channel Aether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Yuanji and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. This is all. If there are no questions, then let us begin.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated. But give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth.
Be it our hole.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands. success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this! So this is the Promised Land! The land of boundless ether!
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
Wer ist Vitra?
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Unto the void once more.
The Red Moon.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void scent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground, I leave to you all.
Can't mount here. My lands will be ready should any more of Golbez's pawns appear. The surface of a moon is a grim shade of crimson. A consequence of a flood of darkness, perhaps? No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no signs of life. In all directions extends a desolate waste without end. Zero appears to be lost in thought, a gaze fixed upon the fathomless abyss. Well, he built something in them. You hold your breath in an attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there's nothing. So far you've failed to find any clues as to Ashtaya's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed?
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the Cradle of Darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
Sister. Tis I, Vitra. I've come to rescue thee.
You were entrusted with Ashdaya's eye, were you not?
What? How? Vitra? Wherefore art thou here? Oh, thank goodness. 'Tis thee, dear sister, truly thee. How long have I dreamt of this moment? Would that I could have found thee sooner, but I'm here now. Let us return home together. The thought filleth me with joy, but I fear it cannot be. Not even with a dragon's might can these chains be broken. For they are forged of the very will of a man named Golbez.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain. Thou keepest company with mortals. I do. They are my stalwart allies, without whom I could not have come this far. Is that so? Then much time has passed indeed. It doth feel like only yesterday that we are fighting the voids and hordes the man of Alak had unleashed on Mericidia. Desperate to save Tiamat, I flew into the lightless world to strike at the heart of a cloud of darkness's forces. But the voids that I slew returned again and again, and before I knew it, the rift betwixt worlds had closed. I was stranded, bereft of strength. Thou didst save the lives of full many, sister. Today we abide in harmony with man, working side by side and forging enduring bonds. Indeed, in the course of searching for thee, I did cross paths with many a noble mortal, with whom I built a nation of rich diversity. To thee I would show it, my beautiful Razatan. I shall not rest until thou art free. When Golbez found me collapsed, but darkness ravaging my wounds, he spoke and said, "'Tis but a matter of time before you turn, but I have the power to stop it." And he did, for a price. I would remain myself, but bound, an everlasting feast for his minions, who supped upon my aether over thousands of years.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
If such is thine attempt at encouragement, mortal, I know thou art as graceless as Nidok. It was Golbez who did weave the spell, and so his defeat should serve to unravel it. Would it suffice as a show of spirit were I to reveal what I know of a villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Mayhap in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place. He doth prefer to send minions to carry out his will, but on occasion will himself ascend to the moon's surface. And every time without fail, we'll visit the same location to the south. Something of import lieth there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Alright, but I think I end this episode here and we continue next time. Seeing what Ashtaya was talking about. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.